Hey gang, welcome back to West Houston Presents. Well, our buddy Tom Cavanagh has been on West Houston Presents playing bass for Mean Blue Spirit featuring Roast Beef Joe. He's played rhythm guitar for Dee Harris's excellent banjo playing. Well, Tom returns today to go front and center with his killer rockabilly band. Think Gene Vincent and the Blue Caps in Overdrive. Today, West Houston presents the Backseat Devils.
Well, the cops are sneaking up the village green. It's gotta be the most cops I ever have seen. They ain't some and they're acting mean. They arrested Johnny Lighten for talking obscene. Cops are out on the prowl tonight. There ain't nowhere to race, there ain't nowhere to fight. They got speed traps down the whole turnpike. And the cops are out on the prowl tonight. Well, the man in red Mustang Joe had him busted wheels really about an hour ago. There ain't nobody gonna stop it too slow. Well, there's just too many cops and no place to go. Cops are out on the prowl tonight. There ain't nowhere to race, there ain't nowhere to fight. They got speed traps down the whole turnpike. And the cops are out on the prowl tonight. Well, they won't get me, and that's for sure. The car's painted black with flames on the door. Got a 57 Chevy with 4 on the floor. When I fire the overdrive, they won't see me no more. Cops are out on the prowl tonight. There ain't nowhere to race, there ain't nowhere to fight. They got speed traps down the whole turnpike. And the cops are out on the prowl tonight. The cops are out on the prowl tonight. There ain't nowhere to race, there ain't nowhere to fight. Got speed traps down the whole turnpike. Yeah, the cops are out on the prowl tonight.
Yes, tonight and every other night. The cops are out. How you doing, Tom,
Great.
buddy? Great to have you back.
Thank you.
On West Houston Presents. Hey, how about introducing the fellas in the band right off the bat for us?
Sean Crusher on bass,
That's me, Sean Crusher, kids.
Niles Hughes on stand-up drum.
Oh man, very, very hot. Now, how long have you fellas been playing together?
Just over a year.
Just over a year.
just over a year.
And you all met, how?
Well, in another band called The Crusher with Sean Crusher. It's a punk band, and these two work together, and we kind of all just fit in together. You know, we've played in other forms of different kinds of styles of music together, and then this just happened. Really, the Backseat Devils came about as just got together and jammed one night at live in front of an audience. We said, "This is great."
It worked.
It worked.
It worked. Terrific. Now, you're all from the same area, right? We're all Long Island based, and
well, he's not originally Long Island. We are now, but he's not
Okay.
originally from Long Island.
where were you from originally?
I'm from
now?
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Knoxville, Tennessee. Very cool. Very
He adds
cool.
the flavor to the band.
Oh, okay.
We're just from Long
He
Island.
gives you the real
Yeah,
rockabilly, hillbilly flavor.
Gives us our credentials.
From Long
Great.
Island.
Now, what was the name of that tune?
That's called The Cops Are Out on the Prowl Tonight.
Cops are out on the prowl tonight. And what's the next tune you're going to do for
I
us?
think we're going to do
My car, my woman, and my guitar.
Car, woman, and guitar. Here we go.
I don't need no fortune. I don't need no fame. Don't need to remember. No one needs to know my name. All I need is my car, my woman, and my guitar. I don't pay no bills. I don't pay no fares. I ain't got no worries, and I don't have no cares. All I need is my car, my woman, and my guitar. I don't wear no jewelry, I don't want those shiny things. Don't need no silver cufflinks, and my fingers don't need rings. All I need is my car, my woman, and my guitar. All I need is my car, my woman, and my guitar.
Yes, very cool, man. Now, Tom, tell the folks like where this music came from. I mean, you know, what do you draw from?
Well, even though I grew up, listening to a lot of different styles of music, I always felt that I always connected with the rockabilly and early rock and roll. As I just loved just the vibe of that stuff and the freedom of that stuff.
Yep.
And also the freedom of the improvisation that went on that stuff, and it wasn't so tame. And I said, hey, I want to write some songs that are just fun, not so deep anymore. Let's go through a period of just having fun playing.
I think the rockabilly sound, like I mentioned to you earlier, I was fortunate enough to see most of these cats live, and after seeing them live each time, you do realize that, gee, they don't really play Everything the Same twice,
No.
They were the original punk bands.
Yes.
Right,
I mean,
right.
Gene Vincent and the Blue Caps,
That's
man.
punk rock.
They were like,
The Ramones and bands like that, they wanted to go back to the roots.
Absolutely. Even
Simple
like
rock and roll.
the publicity shots, Gene Vincent would be in the convertible caddy with a cigarette hanging out.
Yeah.
They were like
Full
the
leather.
attitude guys,
Yeah.
Now, are you self-taught? Did you take lessons to like get this stuff down, or?
Well, the rockabilly thing, I think, has always been a mixture. Actually, rockabilly as a style, I always felt, was a mixture of early rock and roll and some country swing, guitar, and jazz. I mean, you listen
Absolutely.
to guys like that. So, yeah, I studied with Joe Monk, who was
Wow.
Joe Carbone's
Yeah.
and Peter Rogine's teacher. And I studied with him, and I find a lot of it comes from that. And then I kind of pull it back, and then not get too jazzy, and also know when to let it just rip.
Well, when you actually sit down and you start to like, I mean, everyone was into like the craziness, but when you sit down and listen to the lead guitar work and a lot of the rockabilly stuff, like the cat that played with Bill Haley,
Yeah, the
it's all-
guy's
he came
phenomenal.
out of the jazz field, and even Gene Vincent's lead guitar player was, I mean, the rock and roll trio with Johnny Burnett, they were playing some tough stuff on the
Right.
guitar there. A good friend of mine was one of the first rockabilly bands I ever heard. He was in a band called the Rocking Chairs. His name is Val Martin from Bel Air in Queens. And, I was a little kid. He had this band, like, holy cow, this is it, man. They really threw me in there. I really love this style of music. What's the name of the next tune now?
We're going to do a song called Rockabilly Girls.
We're ready for Rockabilly Girls.
With the fishnet stockings and the high heel shoes, red lipstick, Betty Page hairdo. girls that don't stand a chance. Oh, rockabilly girls, 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 rockabilly girls are the best girls in the world. With the tight black dresses and the pale white skin, a rockabilly girl can make a dead man grin. These tattooed beauties really know how to dance. Against the rockabilly girl, I don't stand a chance. Oh, rockabilly girl, 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 rockabilly girls are the best girls in the world. Take it, Tony! Rockabilly girls, I love the way they talk. In the tight blue jeans, I love the way they walk. I take a rockabilly girl in a pin-up pose, with the seam up the back of her pantyhose. Oh, rockabilly girl, rockabilly girl, rockabilly girl, rockabilly girl, rockabilly girl, rockabilly girl, rockabilly girl. Rockabilly girls are the best girls in the world. Take it, Tommy! Rockabilly girls, rockabilly girls, rockabilly girls, rockabilly girls, rockabilly girls, rockabilly girls, rockabilly girls are the best girls in the world.
Hey, feel like I just drank 20 cups of coffee here. So take us a little bit into the background here. Now, you guys obviously rehearse. Gee, it sounds like you rehearse. So your arrangements are head arrangements. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, for the most part,
For the
it
most part.
does come from almost that jazz theory. You know, it's a head arrangement, and there's some room to kind of really stretch out, especially live. We really stretch out. You know, you don't know where we're going to go sometimes.
Improvising, right, Tom?
Yeah. A lot
well,
of
so
space.
the arrangements are not set in stone. They're, you know, you get your basic down there, and then you take it and you expand it from there.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Tommy's the main. He's the songwriter, the main songwriter here. And we just he gets together with Niles on drums, and they lay down the tracks, and then they get me over there, and we put down the bass. And that's how it
Excellent.
gets together.
Excellent. Well, Sean has then brought us into the secret life of Tom's songwriting. Tell me a little bit about that. I mean, do you set some time aside every day, or, you know?
I try to write a song a day, and
A song a
yeah,
day?
I do. I try to write a song a day, and I
This
write
library
for.
is
Boy.
unreal.
I have.
Really?
I've got thousands of songs cataloged right now that we haven't even used, and that's why I play so many different styles. I play. Some days I might be in the mood to write more Dylan-esque folk, and it's just me and the acoustic guitar, and then I write a lot of instrumental stuff, and so with this kind of thing.
So you kind of do set yourself some goals. I mean, like
do
you
try to have a song a
You
day.
have a in your song a day. I mean, you can go to different heads, different themes, and like you'll say, let me, you know, think Dylan, or
Yeah.
think you know, Charles Aznavour, or who
Right.
else you've been listening to.
I was going to say Charles Manson.
No, sometimes it's
So
whatever.
you got to think of him when you're
Charles
playing.
Manson.
Sometimes it's whatever. I might be inspired by what I'm listening to at the moment, also, and that'll be like inspiration for the song, you know, or the stylistic kind of direction I'll take that day.
Very cool. Well, that brings me to my next question. Who is on your turntable these days? I know you don't have a turntable.
No, I've
Who-
got
okay.
a turntable in every room in the house.
There you
one
go.
in the library,
Oh,
one in the
see,
living
yeah.
room.
The ones that hook into the computer.
Oh, okay.
I've got one of those. No, I've got still. Yeah,
you do?
I love listening.
So what do
to
you
vinyl.
listen to then in the course of the day?
Well, a lot of times when I'm getting prepared to do a show or something like this, and knowing that this event was coming up, I had Gene Vincent on the turntable this week. Stray Cats, the first album.
yeah.
Because I'm a big Brian Setzer fan.
See, I always forget about Stray Cats because they were so much later, you know. When I had my band going hot and heavy, a couple of the Stray Cats used to come and watch us all the time, you know.
Yeah.
And they were very, very nice guys. And then when they started, they were playing this little club in Belmore. We used to go see them, you know. I think it was called Arrows or something like that.
Yeah.
you
I mean,
know.
he's a fantastic guitar player, and the band is fantastic.
And he's moved on to that big band scene now,
Yeah.
which is also very cool, you know.
I love it.
You try to make it, you know. Now, in your recording action, you have your own studio, of course, and you have your own record label.
Yes.
Bed Pussycat Records. And when you guys go in, Sean started talking about this at all. You layer the tunes, or you just go in there and you rock out, or?
Well, it seems most of the time just by scheduling, because my schedule's kind of hard and these guys' schedules are kind of hard. Me and Niles generally go in and I cut like a lot of the tracks live with Niles, and especially the new stuff. We put out a record last June. We're actually finishing up a new record already now. And we just go in and we play that, and then we bring Sean in afterwards. I usually get everything done, and just almost a Beatles approach. The bass is the last thing added.
Spontaneity is good too, right? Just get
Yeah,
up there
yeah, and I like
Yeah.
that. Like we kind of go in, and a lot of times I'll have the structure of a song, and then Niles will say, you know, let's just play through it, and we kind of see where it goes. You know, so it
idea.
still
Yeah,
has that.
It has the
jazz
essence of
influence.
what you wanted, but it might change a little bit by
Right.
the time you're all
Yeah,
done
we
with
have
it.
Absolutely.
room for creativity.
Now, the what?
Everybody gets
Creativity.
input.
There's no room for
It's
creativity
creativity.
around here.
No creativity in my band.
Create this power.
No, we let. Yeah, I mean, I want it to sound like a band. You know,
Yeah, right.
even if I mean, sometimes if it is me, you know, starting the song and
Right.
writing the song, and I have a finished idea of what it is, all of a sudden it may develop into another area just because of something that Niles says.
But the objective, when you're all said and done, is to not make it sound like you're all there in bits and pieces, just like it's,
Right,
you know, like
right.
recorded in the old style
Yeah.
way. Yeah, which is tough. Now, I have your album. I guess that's the first one that's out.
yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent. It has that sound of everybody right there. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
we really went for that. I mean, I tried to cut the guitars with Niles that day, with very little overdubs possible, and then we brought Sean in to get the bass in. And the new record, we've done a lot more like that.
Really?
Almost all the rhythm tracks, and even some of the vocal tracks that I cut that day. We have a new song that we listened to the other day called Bad, Bad, Bad. And the vocal tracks and the guitar tracks I just did, you know, then, and then, yeah. And
Knocking them out, man.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
the
we
way to
work,
go.
Fast.
the two of us, we work, you know, really fast, and we might bang out like 6 to 12 songs a day.
Well, like discussing earlier, I think that's a lot better than having it like, you know, endless 6 months later. Then you're not
Right.
happy. You're still
Right,
recording.
right.
You know. Now, what's the name of the next tune?
I think we can do a song called
Just gotta dance.
Just Gotta Dance.
Just Gotta Dance.
Dance in the pants.
Well, I got a girl and she can't sit still when she hears the rock and roll, it just gives her a thrill. She starts to shimmy and shake and dances all night long. When the music stops, she yells one more song. Dance on the bar, she dance on the fence. She's gotta dance no matter where we are. Well, I took her out on a Friday night to an upscale place called the Candlelight, where the folks are square but the food is king. They got a little jazz trio that can really swing. She danced on the table, she danced on the bar. She just gotta dance no matter where we are. Took her out to a picture show. The opening credits had music, and what do you know? She went and danced up on the movie screen, and she went and let out a giant scream. Threw us out, and as we walked to the car, said, I'm sorry, gotta dance no matter where we are.
Well, one thing, you're hanging in there with the tradition of 2-minute songs with that
Absolutely.
rockabilly thing.
Punk
Yeah.
rock.
Punk rock. I love it. I love a good quick tune, man. Get to the point and get on out.
Yeah.
Now, in your live shows, do you cover any other people material?
Yes, we do.
You do?
Yeah.
And can you rattle off a couple of those tunes for me? Or
Sure.
Perkins.
We do some Carl Perkins stuff. We do, we definitely do some Stray Cats.
Oh,
and,
cool.
Eddie Cochran.
Eddie Cochran.
Oh, great,
We
great.
always either end or start with 20 Flight Rock.
20
'cause I think
Flight
that's where
Rock.
it kind
Yeah,
of,
yeah,
for me,
so-
that's where it came from.
I
That's
think
maybe
so.
for-
Yeah,
that's where
a
it
lot
came
of people say rock around the clock, but Eddie Cochran
Yeah.
kind of gave it. He turned his collar up, and then
Yeah,
like, you know what
it
I
almost
mean?
had that little bit more push and a little more attitude.
Yep, a little more.
Um,
And how do you choose these tunes? Just because they feel right to you? Or?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cool. Very
Tom
good.
says you got to do them or else you're fired.
That's another reason.
That's another reason. Yeah.
Now, just one other thing on your songwriting. I meant to ask you, what part does the guitar play in your songwriting?
For this band, it's. I think I specifically leave room to kind of really spread out there. And I start everything with the guitar, with all these songs. When I sit down to write something like this, kind of style that we're playing, I always start down with the guitar, and I even kind of craft the lyrics after. I make sure that I have everything.
Yeah,
together
you
first.
got a good foundation,
I
a
might be
good
humming through
melody, some
something.
nice changes, and then you're
Yeah.
thinking of, okay, that's a little, everyone's got their own story.
Right.
That's why
And
I
it's
love
different,
songwriting.
yeah. Sometimes
And
when I'm
even-
doing the acoustic stuff, I do it the opposite way.
Okay,
I
a
write
set
a
of
bunch of
lyrics.
lyrics and I sit down with the acoustic. So it's kind of cool because this is definitely a little more guitar oriented.
And what do you feel, Tom? What's the toughest part of this music biz for you?
I guess nowadays, selling units. That's where the music business has got to. Everybody's so spoiled with downloading things for free, and nobody really respects
Absolutely.
the music.
I
and,
agree.
But
in another respect, though, it's a little bit back to like when we were kids. We would buy for 45s, and you would get one song, and the other side would be the B-side. So if they're downloading the one song instead of buying a whole LP of like 14 songs that like people don't want, they just get the one tune.
Right.
On the other hand, sometimes they're getting that one tune for nothing, and no one's making
that's
any
most of it, I
headway.
think, yeah.
And how about touring, or I know you've gone out with major acts.
I would love to get this. We're talking about hopefully maybe doing something with a management company in the next year or so, and get out. I think that this band is just starting to get recognition. We haven't really done a lot, and we don't really play it enough, but I think now we're starting to get onto more of these rockabilly circuit shows and rock and roll.
Absolutely.
And that's what we need to do. If we can get
I
the
hear you
exposure.
guys being thrown in any college situation where you got someone waiting to hear from someone from home, and well, as usual, our 28 and a half minutes has flown by. We're going to post your website at the end of the show so people can read the bio, see the photos, see where your gigs are, and
Send us
future
some money,
projects.
Like to buy a stand-up bass. Can't afford one right now. Now that's the good thing about
Hey,
us
I know
too.
someone who builds one. He might be able to help you out.
Really?
That's the good thing about us too, though, Westwood.
I need to sit down, bro.
They can call us a rockabilly band, but we're not the traditional stereotype. We don't have to have the pompadours and everything.
Yeah.
That's what punk's all about. Is like individual.
Well, I had to stop playing rockabilly for the same reason. The pompadour fell out.
Purple toupee, you know what I'm saying?
Once again, folks, go out and see some live music. And the Backseat Devils are some of the best live music you can catch. Once again, thanks so much, fellas. Why don't you
Thank
take
you.
us
Thank
out
you,
with
Wes.
one?
All right.
Backseat Devils.
Thank
Sounds
you.
great, guys.
Thank you very much.
Man.
Thank you, Wes.